Welcome back to the Spoonie Stitcher channel. I'm Shannon the Spoonie Stitcher, you're inside the Stitchery, and I'm so happy you're here today. If you're new, hi, I'm Shannon. I'm the Spoonie Stitcher. A Spoonie is somebody who has a chronic condition, and a Stitcher is somebody who makes art with textiles. This channel is all about creativity. Anything that makes your creative juices flowing, that's what we try to do on this channel. So if that sounds like something that sounds fun to you, maybe hit the subscribe button. I'll wait. Thank you so much. Maybe hit like button while you're down there as well. That tells the algorithm you want more stuff like this. Today, I don't know what we're gonna do, but stay tuned and we'll have fun together. So tomorrow is Prime Day on Amazon. It is July 8th through the 11th, 2025, depending when you're watching this. And I thought it would be fun to tell you some of my favorite fiber-related finds from Amazon. They may or may not be on sale, I don't know. But I'm gonna link them all down below anyway. And if you wanna take a peek at them, there you go. Now don't think about just for you, although we all like to get ourselves something once in a while. But don't forget, these also make great gifts for the fiber enthusiast in your life. And also, you know, Prime Day is a great time to start getting Christmas gifts together. I know it seems like Christmas is far away, but this year has been moving pretty fast. So, you know, I just wanna tell you up front, I own all of these. However, the idea of gathering all of my stuff to show you does not appeal to me in the least. So I'm going to just put up pictures from Amazon because I don't want to find all of them. Some of them, like those, are easy to grab, but everything else is scattered throughout the house and I really just don't want to. Everything will be linked down below in the order in which I talk about them. So if you want to shop during the video, if you want to shop after, that's fine. They'll just all be linked down below. Hope that helps you. First thing I want to talk about are these bags. I love these bags. I believe this size is called A4. And these are awesome. They come in color or plain. And they hold a lot. This is what I use as my WIP bag. So I'll put the project and maybe some scissors and a stitch marker and a safety needle and stuff. And I've got all the little notions I need. And depending on if I want to or not, I'll throw the hook in there with the project and then just grab the bag and I'm ready to work on it. So I love those. Could not recommend them highly enough. We'll link them down below. Okay, item number 2. This is my hook case that I keep all of my items that I have for designing. So I call it my design kit. And I love this case. It is so great. I've showed this case before on all the many features that are so wonderful about it. But one of the coolest things is it stands up on its own. That's really awesome. And for all you pink lovers out there, the pink is back in stock. I repeat, the hot pink is back in stock. So I was trying to buy this one for my friend Teresa for her birthday, but I had to buy her another brand because this one, the color pink, was sold out and I thought she'd want pink. So I had to get her a different one, but she likes that one too. This one, it's really stiff, so it's made out of really tough material and I really like it. And yeah, you fold the top down and it stands up on its own and you can reach all your little hooks and notions and stuff and it's really nice. So I love this one. And I was doing this long before Cinnamon Stitches was. I just want that on the record. This is actually for colored pencils and markers and stuff. It's for artists. But I keep my Furls hooks in here. So yeah, I love these. I think this is the one that has 300 slots or something like that. I actually need to get another one. I also want to replace this purple one. It's too small. So yeah, I need to get another one of these. This color is completely sold out, but I did put whatever color was in stock. That one's linked down below. So this little beauty is actually to hold, I think, a stylus or something for electronics, but I use it when I just need to travel with a couple of things, like when I'm in the house and I just need to throw one of my very breakable hooks into a bag or something that I'm using. Well, this is one of my furls, and it is 100% resin, and yes, it is breakable. So I put it in this hard case with a tapestry needle and a little stitch marker, and there was a pair of scissors in here. I must have taken them out. But yeah. So I just throw this in a bag, and then the hook is not gonna break. And I just throw this in a project bag, and there we go. So I love this. I will link this down below as well. They made a bigger one that you could put more hooks in. I have that one. I looked, it's completely sold out, and it's been sold out for several years, so sorry. But the little single case is also really good for just throwing inside your project bag. So I'll link this down below. The Clover Amore set of 10 hooks, if you can find it for $40 or under for like Prime Day or whatever, grab them. That is a steal of a deal. And they are the greatest hooks. I love these. This is, I added this. This is just for me. This is a little pencil cushion. You can also find these on Amazon. But Clover Amore hooks are wonderful, especially if like you've tried the cheap beginner ergonomic hooks, but you want to move up in the world a little bit, like you want to get a little more fancy. Clover. These are super slick. These are really cool. They're kind of a combination hook, so they're like a tapered and an inline had a baby, and this is the result. So they also have a really nice little thumb area, and then if you put a little squishy thing on the back, they're even more comfortable. So I love these. If you can find the 10-pack and it's on sale, grab it. Just do it. You will not regret it. If you want to try something that is like an O-Fire, but you aren't sure if you're gonna like the O-Fire, and the O-Fire is a little bit pricier, not much, but a little bit. Days Crochet. I love these. This is definitely inline. It's really, really comfortable. It's really nice. They come in thousands of colors, so many designs, and they're usually around $11. Between 11 and 13, somewhere in there. So, still cheaper than that. However, O-Fire is really good too. But we're talking about Amazon. If you want to buy just from Amazon, Days. You can also look at the Omi hooks. Those are taller. So I would say if you're interested in thinking about O-Fire, because it's shorter and it's got the pointy head, go with Days. If you're interested in wanting to know if you'd like furls, go with Omi, because they're taller and they have the rounder head, slightly rounder, like a furls hook. So there you go. I will link both of those down below. I also am an O-Fire affiliate. I will link that down below if you're interested in trying O-Fire. Okay, so we're in Notions, and we're going to talk about scissors. And obviously, I could talk about scissors all day long because scissors are like my favorite. But I do have a favorite that I keep rebuying because I think it's fabulous. And it's this 2-pack. Now, one is the straight tip. These are very sharp and very pointy. And they're flat, like regular embroidery scissors. However, the one that it comes with, and I don't have it, it's upstairs, is the curved tip. So hopefully there's a good picture on the screen right now. The curved tip one is really nice because you can get super close to your project and snip like basically right on top as close as possible and pulling that thread, and you're not going to cut your project. Now, you can do that with a straight pair, but the curved tip allows you to get super, super close, and you're definitely not going to cut your project. This one, you might, but these are both really, really great. I love them both. I use them both, and they come in a 2-pack. Super great to travel with. Love these. Speaking of travel, yes, the collapsible scissors are back. Never gonna stop talking about these, okay? I know some people have tried them and they don't like them, and that's fine. I happen to think they're very handy. And pretty sure, yep, they fit in a twice-shared sheep tin. Haha. Needles, bent tip and chenille. Love both of these. So the bent tip ones are really cute. They come in like a little test tube and they're all different fun little colors. And they're not actually 100% metal because they're not magnetic in any way, but they're stronger than plastic, okay? And I really like them. They have that slight curve and they're in bright fun colors so you can see them easily and they get under your stitches. Very handy. Plus they come in a nice big pack and you can keep them in a little test tube and it's very handy. Chenille needles. If you use chenille yarn, blanket yarn, squishy yarn, Premier Parfait chunky, velvet yarn, any of those, if you use that kind of yarn and you are not stitching up your projects with chenille yarn, yeah, it's gonna come undone. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Chenille needles are made for a reason because you are not going to stitch in between the stitches like you normally do to like weave in your ends. No, you wanna go in those threads so that nothing is happening. When I stitch up my slippers, because they are going in a washing machine, I make sure I only use a chenille needle and I get in those fibers so that nothing is happening to those slippers. When I haven't done that in the past, some stuff has happened to my poor slippers. Use chenille needles and you won't be sorry. And this is a really great pack. I'll link it down below. However, please remember when you are using chenille needles, they are extremely sharp, very sharp. Be careful. Wear a thimble, wear a finger guard, be very mindful, have good lighting, because if you stick yourself with a chenille needle, I speak from experience, it hurts. Stitch markers. Obviously there's a million kinds of stitch markers that you can get. I like this one. Now this is the light bulb stitch markers version, but there's also the plastic locking stitch markers version as well. This is actually a container I got from the Dollar Tree and then I sorted all these colors myself. But you can just get the pre-made one on Amazon for not a lot of money at all. And they're already separated for you and you can decide which colors you want and yeah. So these both lock. These are the light bulb and they're made of metal, and then the plastic ones are on the screen somewhere. So both kinds are great. Honestly, I recommend both. If you do really tiny projects, more like this. If you do like regular size 4-weight yarn, plastic is fine too. It's time for my elephant. I love this thing. This is a yarn cutter. This measures your hook sizes, so if you don't know what size a hook is, it fits right in there. And then the middle measures gauge. So I love this thing. What do they actually call this? I had to write it down. Knitter's Pride Needle and Crochet View Sizer with yarn cutter in lilac purple. So I love this little thing. Plus it looks like a little elephant. How cute is that? Everybody needs one of these. I mean, look how flat it is, so you can travel with it if you need to. I love this. They also make a pink one that's a sheep. So if you don't like elephants, there's a sheep version, and I'll try to find that one and link it down below as well. Okay, I'm not gonna say this right. I'm just gonna read it. RUWFPZ, that brand, is my favorite safety eye brand that has ever existed. I love this brand. In fact, pretty much the only safety eyes I buy has to be that brand or I don't buy them. Even my glitter eyes are that brand because it's trusted. The eyes, I've never really had a like bad eye, you know, like ones with a bunch of flaws and stuff. Nope. I've had one with a tiny little thing on the stem, but it was one out of hundreds. So yeah. I've never had any issues with the backs. The backs all fit. And they're the thick white plastic ones that I love because those things are really hard to get on and off and I like that. The boxes are really nice if you keep the boxes. The boxes are actually pretty nice. And I just think this is the best brand and nobody talks about this brand. Probably because they can't pronounce it. But nobody talks about this brand and this is the best brand of safety eyes on Amazon, in my opinion. Okay, so you might want a neck light, and lots of people talk about different neck lights. I know so many different brands are out there. This is one I like, and it's relatively affordable, and it almost always goes on sale on Prime Day. Almost always. I've gotten this set for $8 before. That was a long time ago. Could be more like 10 now, but still. Look to see if it's on sale, because if it is, great Christmas gifts for book lovers, crafters, for the fiber artists in your life, for people who like working in the dark. I don't know, everybody can use a neck light. Who couldn't use extra light? Okay, if you're a YouTuber, I thought of a couple things you might find interesting. So these are 2 stands that I really like. The first one is my short gray stand. It is very heavy. I have dropped it on my foot before. Don't do that. I have dropped it on my foot and it hurts. But it's very heavy and it's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna wobble or anything. I have filmed several things with this stand. I love it. It also holds an iPad. It's very nice. The spring is really tough. It even has a cord that you have to pull. The part that holds your phone or your tablet is really strong, so you have to pull a cord to get it to fit your phone inside. It's really nice. I love that one. And then I have my flexible black one, which I think goes up to 80 inches. I don't know what the height is. It's on the screen somewhere. This is the reason I took the picture, okay? That's how tall it gets. It's really nice. It's very flexible, so it can do overhead shots. It can do like you're standing up. It can do, you know, really low shots if you need it to, like on the ground, like dog's eye view or something. I love this thing. I found an influencer on Instagram who was like, this is the best thing I've ever bought. She's not wrong. This thing is really nice, and I've used it so many times on this channel. That one and the gray one, 2 stands that I just can't live without. Highly recommend both of these. I'll link my pink one too that I use for tutorials. I don't know if it comes in pink anymore, but I'll see. I use that one for my, like when I do tutorials and stuff, so I'll link that one as well, because that one's pretty good too. Okay, I have 3 books for you. One, you knew I was going to mention this one, literary yarns. I can't talk enough about literary yarns. This is one of my absolute favorite books that I own. This is so good because even if you're not into, you know, classic literature and you don't want to make characters from literature, get this book and make the characters anyway, because you will learn things. You will learn different stitches, you will learn different techniques, you will learn different ideas of how you can put things together. This book makes my brain just fireworks of ideas. I love going back over and over again to this book and getting inspired over and over again. And I keep asking her and she won't write another book, so get this one. Okay, I still haven't reviewed this book yet on my channel, but I will. I have reviewed literary yarns. I'll leave it down below. But this one is the WIP book. So the WIP book is really nice. It's got several patterns in it, and it's cheaper than buying one of their kits, which is probably why they will never make another book, because I'm sure they figured that out. But I highly recommend this book. It's super fun. It's very easy. There's even QR codes, so you can have like step-by-step tutorials as well as reading a pattern. It's really nice. I like how they break it down for you. I don't have a problem with the WIPs. I don't love the price tag, and there are some things that I think they need to proofread when they write their PDF patterns. But I do like the WIPs a lot, which is why I still make the kits on my channel and stuff. So, but I highly recommend the book. So get the book, especially if it's going to be on sale. Get the book. And one of my absolute favorite books, and I go back to time and time again, is the Crochet Stitch Dictionary. Love this thing. Over 200 stitches. So great. Wonderful resource book. I love this book. If you do not have this in your library, you need it. I think it's actually on sale right now. So this is filmed about a week before Prime Day. So I don't know, but go check. It'll be linked down below. And if you do not have this in your library, this is one everybody needs. Okay, this one's really good. It's got great pictures. It's got great instructions. And it's just a really great resource. So those are my favorite fiber finds from Amazon. What are some of yours? Let me know down below. And because you stayed this long, I have a bonus one for you. I recently found this container on Amazon. Now, if you are a Spoonie like me, you research medicine containers because you're always trying to find the ones that can just make your life easier. Anybody else do that? Please tell me I'm not the only one. Actually, I know I'm not the only one, but still. Yeah, so you research medicine containers. And I found this one, and immediately I thought of Crochet Notions. It's really cool. It's got big openings. It's got a big section over here, and then the little sections and stuff. But I was thinking this would be great for like safety eyes, or stitch markers in different colors, or like stitch markers in one, needles in another, safety eyes in one, safety eye backs in another, pins. Because at the top, you just select which one you need and pour it out. Right? And this thing is not going anywhere. This is a nice locking clasp. Like, you're not gonna get a spill out in your suitcase or whatever. So I thought this was really cool. So I'll link this down below as well. And I'm actually gonna have this in another video when I talk about packing for vacation that's coming up really soon. But yeah, I just thought I'd tell you about it now because it's an Amazon find, so there you go. But yeah, so there's a bonus little hack for you. So I thought it was really cool. So thank you so much for joining me today. All the links are down below. The Amazon ones are not affiliate links. I'm not affiliated with Amazon, but I wanted to make your life easier, so go check the links down below. And happy shopping. Remember, life happens, yarn helps, and Spoonies can stitch it up too. Bye.